Uh, a written version of this update was also provided in the Lake Country Power Annual Report last month. In that article, we noted 2013 was a tough year for Lake Country Power Holdings. The holding company is managed and governed independent of Lake Country Power and is made up of Lake Country Power subsidiaries of Lake State Street and Construction. The subsidiaries have long provided Lake Country Power and its members with value-added services. They're members of our local business community, employed here in Grand Rapids. They support our local businesses and provide an opportunity in our region. They have contributed to the development of the communities and save our co-op money. By owning the tree service subsidiary, Lake Country Power over the years has saved over $3 million through a sales tax exemption. The subsidiaries operate independently of Lake Country Power as the parent company, which means they are responsible for their own debt and must stand on their own to grow into a significant asset for our member cooperatives. It's important that we realize they are independent when it comes to the financial report that you just heard from our Director of Finance. So what I'm saying here is they're responsible for their own debt and must stand on their own to grow into a significant asset for your cooperative. Even with last year's disappointing results, the companies have generated $675,000 worth of dividends to Lake Country Power since 2001. That's in addition to paying off the holding company debt and the tax savings that they have provided. When we talk about the holding company debt, as you recall some time ago, 2 years ago, we had an asset sale of a shelter company. There was $1.2 million worth of debt there that was owing at the time of the asset sale. And it's important, again, to realize the subsidiary portfolio made all the debt payments to make that portfolio debt-free. So that's in addition to paying off the holding company debt and the tax savings that they've provided. Like any business, our subs experience the ups and downs of business cycles, the economy, workforce availability, and competitive market conditions. The subs are not immune to market changes and are facing several challenges to grow revenue outside the cooperative. Competition is very fierce, and small companies like Lake State Street and Construction are working hard to address the problem of recruiting and retaining employees to the exodus of people who are heading west to the work in the booming fields of Bakken oil fields in North Dakota. The competitive job market left the tree service short on trained and qualified people last year, which limited the service and the completion of some work that our Chief of Finance just shared with you. These issues have been addressed and were discussed earlier tonight by LCP management. From an employer standpoint, competing against the oil fields for workers is very difficult right now. It leaves small businesses scrambling for qualified employees. The contribution that contributed to the holding company loss that you may have read in the financial report of Lake Country Power. However, it's the first time we've seen a loss on the holding company books in nearly a decade. It's important to note the loss has not affected the Lake Country Power members of the cooperative. Member rates are not subsidizing these companies, nor are co-op revenues. The subs operate as a separate for-profit business from the not-for-profit cooperative and continue to cash flow themselves. We recently met with an outside consultant to review the holding company strategy and structure, and we'll be making a strategic decision soon on how to best move forward and address these concerns that have been identified. Our expectation is that the changes will improve results and subs will return to profitability. As that performance improves, we are confident we can add to the history of a successful supporting our cooperative's mission. Finally, I want to say thank you to the subsidiary boards, which are comprised of co-op members who serve and provide oversight to our subsidiary businesses. It wasn't long ago we once had 3 subsidiaries. In 2009, we made the decision to have an asset sale, which I mentioned previously, of the shelter company. This was not an easy decision, but our decision to divest was based on bigger goals and objectives, and it was made for the betterment of your cooperative. As we move forward with our 2 remaining subsidiaries, we remain confident that they will grow. The subs were purchased nearly 15 years ago with revenues earned from the sale of a satellite business, and they were purchased with the objective to add value to the co-op and its members. You, as holding company board members, our objective is to ensure the subs continue to add value as we move forward. Our expectation is that the subsidiaries will return to that intent in 2014, once again to bring value to you, the member owners. Thank you very much.